All right, so this week we're going to be covering a mount escape, probably one of my more favorite ones. Oftentimes I'll use the rule here in class. If you can't bridge, shrimp. If you can't shrimp, bridge. Sometimes you'll get put in a position from mount where it's really stifling. Maybe they're isolating your arms, they're gripping onto the back of your legs, so my shrimp and my bridge not going to do a lot for me. So this escape, commonly it's called the foot drag. You can also use a foot lift with this one. We can get into that in a second here. And what I like about it is it's a little bit of a hybrid. You are shrimping in parts of it. You are bridging in parts of it. You're kind of using both of them. But what I'm trying to do is get past his legs first, and then I can close up whatever guard I feel comfortable with in that moment. So, Rob, if you don't mind, please. We'll go to mount position. So from here, right, as a general rule, we'll say if he's got a wide base, I've got space typically to shrimp out of there, right? If he's got a narrow base, I don't have space to shrimp out, so that's where you'll see, your UPA, bridge and roll, those types of escapes. Now, sometimes from here, what you'll find is maybe he's pulling his heels in, and he's gripping on the back of my legs here, right? He's got a wide base, so I would think, logically, given that rule, that I would shrimp out. But he's got a good grip here. So I go to move, he's just hanging on. He's riding the bull, right? Or, even worse, he'll take one or both of my arms and isolate them, right? So put his weight forward, and we're here. So I don't have my arms to work with anymore. So I've got to kind of do sort of a magician thing where I'm like, hey, look over here, or my legs are now doing the work, right? So we'll kind of take a quick step back here. So we're here. Now at this point, what I want to work on is I'm going to bridge first, which he's expecting, a bridge or a shrimp, right? That's rule from day one. He's expecting a bridge, but what I'm trying to do is I'm bridging and his heels are almost touching each other. What I want to do is get in between his heels so he doesn't have that ability to grip anymore. So explosive bridge, and quickly I want to get down and get the side of my leg in between his feet, right? So we're here, bridge up, and as there's space between he and I, that's when I land on my side. So I'm here, right? Small note I want to make, I'm not doing this, right? Because if I do this, I'm not guarding anything up here. He's going to take my back. I don't like that, right? Or he's going to set up a gift wrap. Really don't like that either. So from here, once I get to here, I'm blocking and I'm framing because I don't want him to be able to take my back. Now at this point, I've got to flare this out, and then I'm going to step over and retrieve it. That may seem a little bit counterintuitive because, yes, at face value, it is getting further away from me. But what I'm doing in that is that from here, if I try and maybe get my grip, he can articulate his leg. He can go this way, he can go that way, he can go up, he can move around, right? So you can wiggle this around. So he can fight that, give me a hard time. But if I flare it out, what I'm doing is I'm bringing it outside of where it should be moving. Leg's not supposed to go that way. Now try and move it this way. Not going anywhere, right? Try and move it into you. You can't. My leg's in the way, right? So one of two things will happen. Either I'm here, and he tries to bring it into me and has to go over my leg, so he's already doing me the favor, or he tries to move it into me, and he's not going anywhere, so I got to drag it, right? So we're here. So now at this point, controlling at the leg, got my elbow still blocking so he doesn't take my back, and then my opposite heel, not my toes, not my hand, right? My opposite heel, I'm stepping over, like I'm stomping down hard, and I'm using my heel, I'm pointing my toe using this back step here. Clear it over, and I want generally right about the middle of his shin on my thigh so that I can push at an angle here, and I'm creating a seesaw, right? A fulcrum. If I push down here, this goes up, right? So as I pull that back, I'm driving down, clearing space that I can then get in between my legs, right? Then from here, again, I'm staying covered up this whole time, framing, covering, guarding, right? So now from here, I'm switching to the opposite side as where I was. Frame off on the shoulder, bicep, hips, wherever I need. I'm planted, and this is where the shrimp comes in. Here. Pull that through. Then I can set up butterfly, half butterfly, go to guard, close guard, lots of different options from there, right? So one more time, way less talking. I know you guys are used to that by now, but way less talking, right? So I'm here. Big bridge, create some space, get between the legs. Flare, clear, drag, push. I'm gonna clear that. Frame off on the opposite side, shrimp out, then I'm working on getting my guard back. And then one quick modification, because I said I would, I didn't forget, is that if I'm here, I get to this point, and I flare this out, and for whatever reason, he's got active toes, right? Let's say you're on your toes here, and I'm trying to pull this back. I'm trying to drag it. He's not letting me. I just can't get that there, right? So instead of drag, I can get under here, foot lift, and clear. Everything else is the same. Goes up the guard. Good? All right. All right, so we're gonna give that one a shot. That one is from last week's video where we were in bottom side control. We went to mount, and then mount. We're getting out from underneath there. And again, those links are gonna be here and here.